Mr. Proctor asks whether he is required to answer any questions, and Officer Cordova clearly tells him that he is not. Yet moments later, the officer claims he can stand there all day, interpreting Mr. Proctor's silence as anger. That interpretation is not only inaccurate, it's legally irrelevant. Police officers cannot lawfully extend the length of a traffic stop simply because a citizen refuses to answer questions. In Florida versus Royer, 1983, the U.S. Supreme Court made this unmistakably clear, ruling that while officers may approach someone in public and ask questions, the individual has no obligation to respond. A person may decline to answer, decline to listen, and walk away. Critically, the court held that refusing to answer questions does not, by itself, provide lawful ground for detention. Traffic stops follow a slightly different framework, but the principle still applies. In Illinois versus Cabal, 2005, the Supreme Court ruled that a lawful traffic stop becomes unconstitutional if it is prolonged beyond the time reasonably required to complete its original purpose. Then in Arizona versus Johnson, 2009, the court clarified that while drivers and passengers are not free to leave during an active stop, officers may not expand the encounter by asking unrelated questions if doing so measurably extends a stop. As for Officer Cordova's claim that Mr. Proctor appeared angry, exercising the right to remain silent is not anger, and even if it were, anger itself is protected. The First Amendment safeguards free expression, including negative emotions. In Terminiello versus Chicago, 1949, the Supreme Court emphasized that free speech is meant to invite dispute, challenge authority, and at times stir unrest or anger. Whether Mr. Proctor was calm or frustrated is ultimately irrelevant. Every word he spoke during that encounter, and his choice to remain silent, was fully protected by the Constitution. He acted within his rights from start to finish.
All right, Mr. Proctor. Now that is your last name. Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to answer anything, dude.
Okay.
You don't have to. Lucky you stand here all day. I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job so I can carry on?
What's with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
Officer Cordova tells Mr. Proctor that he is being detained because the area where he parked is not a parking spot. However, the California Vehicle Code does not regulate most parking violations on private property, with only a few narrow exceptions. Those exceptions are found in specific statutes. Section 22,500.1, which prohibits parking in designated fire lanes within private parking lots. Section 22,507.8, which prohibits parking in disabled spaces without a valid placard, and Section 22,511.1, which prohibits parking in spaces reserved for zero-emission vehicles without the required decal. Beyond those limited circumstances, parking on private property is generally governed by the property owner's rules, not by state traffic law. This was reinforced in a 2011 legal opinion issued by then California Attorney General Kamala Harris, which clarified that a parking citation may be issued only for illegal parking, that is, parking that violates federal, state, or local law. The opinion explicitly states that a citation under the Vehicle Code cannot be issued for conduct that merely violates a private property owner's internal rules, while Section 21,107.8 of the California Vehicle Code does allow cities and counties to adopt ordinances applying certain traffic laws to privately owned or off-street parking facilities. Parking violations are notably excluded from the list of statutes that can be extended to private lots. Likewise, Section 7.28.010 of the San Mateo County Code authorizes parking restrictions only on public streets, portions of streets, or county-owned property, not private parking lots. Neither San Mateo County ordinances nor City of Millbrae regulations extend parking enforcement authority into private lots. Taken together, the facts are clear. Officer Cordova was operating outside his physical jurisdiction as a San Francisco police officer, and there is no indication that Mr. Proctor violated any law for which a citation could legally be issued. The detention was unsupported by statute, ordinance, or jurisdictional authority.
All right, well, I'm going to give you a break on it, but I'm saying this isn't a parking spot, okay, dude?
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at this point. I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
well, do you understand?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. So do you understand why I stopped you?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. But then again, I could do this all day too.
Okay.
All right. So, would you like to leave? Mr. Proctor, would you like to leave?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
Hello. No. I'm not the one that's acting this way, okay? I'm just asking you to do, you know, I'm trying to give you a break here, all right?
Officer Cordova tells Mr. Proctor that he is concerned for his well-being, claiming that Mr. Proctor is acting hostile and subtly implying that he may be mentally unstable. But the reality is that mental health training for police officers varies widely depending on the department and the officer's role. In February 2011, the San Francisco Police Commission established a crisis intervention team working group. The group included law enforcement personnel, mental health professionals, advocates, community members, individuals with lived experience, and their families, all tasked with developing improved mental health training and field response strategies for the San Francisco Police Department. BY September 19, 2019. Approximately 95.7% of SFPD officers had completed a 10-hour crisis intervention field tactics course. However, fewer than half had completed the more intensive 40-hour comprehensive training. According to SFPD, these programs are based on the Memphis model of crisis intervention team training, which emphasizes de-escalation by slowing encounters down and creating time and distance, giving a distressed individual space rather than pressure. IT is unclear how much mental health training Officer Cordova personally received, but what is clear is that his accusatory questioning of Mr. Proctor's mental state did nothing to de-escalate the situation. While the National Alliance on Mental Illness does list prolonged or intense irritability and anger as possible indicators of mental illness in adults, that alone does not justify police intervention. Even if Officer Cordova genuinely believed Mr. Proctor was experiencing a mental health crisis, the law sets firm limits. Police may detain someone on mental health grounds only when that individual poses a danger to themselves, a danger to others, or is gravely disabled. None of those conditions were present here, making the implication of mental instability both unsupported and inappropriate.
I prefer you just write me the parking ticket and let me go.
Right, okay, oh, okay. All right, dude. I was trying to be nice to you. All righty, hold on. Having all right? Yeah. So just let you know what's going on. We're having another guy coming over real quick. Traffic guy with a side book, since you want to ticket. So otherwise, I didn't want to go through all this hassle. You know what I'm saying? Is everything okay? Is there any other issues or anything going on that I should know of?
Do I need to answer your questions?
You don't have to answer anything. I'm concerned about your well-being. Is there something wrong?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
Well, yeah, if there's something wrong, it would be nice, yeah.
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to talk to me. I'm saying I'm just concerned about your well-being. That's all I'm saying. Usually we don't get people hostile.
I've not been hostile.
Okay.
After being released by the officer, Mr. Proctor started his vehicle and drove away without any further incident. He later explained that he chose not to file a complaint, not because the encounter was insignificant, but because he felt an overwhelming urgency to leave the situation as quickly as possible. In that moment, his priority was distance, not documentation, and as a result, he was unable to obtain the officer's name at the scene.
Oh, usually we don't get people wanting a ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through all this. I could be having my lunch right now. All right, dude. Well, we'll be waiting, dude. Hurry up, dude. It's kind of my lunchtime. Hey, Mr. Proctor, can I just give you your stuff so you can leave?
Can you?
I can, but you're the one. I would have let you go a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can leave?
I'll give it to you right now. I just want to know that that you're okay, because usually I don't get people all this.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way?
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Hey, there we go again. Jesus Christ. You know? I'm trying to say that...
You're trying to display your power to me right now.
I'm concerned about it. Is it a problem to be concerned about another human being?
You have no reason to be concerned about me.
So it's okay then. You're okay then.
You can hand me my documents and I can be on my way, or we can...
Okay. So if I hand you your stuff, you'll be fine and taken off, and you're not angry, right? You're not gonna... Okay, here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a chance on you, all right? Here, Mr. Proctor, you got everything's cool, all right? We're blocking traffic here to your stop. All right, hopefully you have a good day. Everything works out for you. All right.
Am I free to leave now?
Yes, you are.
Could you please step away from the vehicle?
Yes, I will. You have a good day.
Overall, Officer Cordova earns a clear F for enforcing parking rules on private property without proper authority, unnecessarily prolonging the stop, and questioning Mr. Proctor's mental health simply because he exercised his right to remain silent. Deliberately stalling a traffic stop to pressure a citizen into answering questions is precisely the type of conduct courts have repeatedly ruled against. Officers may not extend a stop beyond the time needed to complete its original mission unless independent legal justification exists. Absent an exclusive enforcement agreement between the property owner and the municipality, there is a strong likelihood that Officer Cordova lacked authority to issue any parking citation in a strip mall parking lot. Serious questions also remain as to whether he was even operating within his lawful jurisdiction at the time. Had Mr. Proctor's vehicle truly been obstructing traffic, the appropriate response would have been simple and professional. Inform him of the obstruction and ask him to move, not initiate an investigatory detention on private property outside departmental authority. Instead, Officer Cordova's unprofessional demeanor and petty exercise of authority undermine any legitimate purpose of the encounter. Conduct like this does not promote safety. It erodes public trust and damages confidence in local law enforcement and MR. Proctor, on the other hand, earns an A+. He invoked his right to remain silent calmly and efficiently, refused to be emotionally manipulated, and maintained composure throughout the encounter. Being accused of mental instability by an authority figure carries serious implications, and there is no universally correct way to respond. Forceful denial can be misinterpreted as defensiveness, while admitting frustration may trigger so-called officer safety concerns. In this situation, Mr. Proctor's decision to remain silent, neutral, and emotionally controlled was the most effective and legally sound response possible. Importantly, Mr. Proctor is not a First Amendment auditor. While he does have a YouTube channel, the vast majority of his content has nothing to do with law enforcement. His lack of routine police interaction only makes his calm, precise handling of this encounter more impressive. The only thing missing from this interaction is accountability, but it would be unfair to fault Mr. Proctor for not filing a complaint. He does not position himself as an activist or watchdog, and his priority was simply to disengage safely. Even so, his conduct serves as an excellent example of how to assert constitutional rights peacefully and intelligently. I commend Mr. Proctor for demonstrating a balanced, disciplined use of the right to remain silent. I also recommend subscribing to Mac and Bravo. You'll find a link in the description below. Let us know in the comments if there's an interaction or a legal topic you'd like us to break down next. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out the Patreon page for more police interaction content.